everybody, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, I brought you guys another bob video. This is kind of like a Chinese bang, you know, the bang and the bob look. I haven't seen anybody like do this in a very long time. I searched all over YouTube. I couldn't get like an updated video, so here that video is for you guys. I actually did like a pronto. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's a quick weave, so I can actually take this off. It's a wig, but keep watching the video to see that. So this video is actually sponsored by Sensationnel. They decided to contact me and they sent me their goddess. Why was I dancing? I don't know, but they're sending me their goddess Remi hair and length 12-inch Yaki. The texture is Yaki, the length is a 12-inch. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I hope you guys enjoy the video as usual. I will hope so. Leave any comments or questions down below and make sure you thumbs up the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys have not already, and I don't know, keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm just going to be starting off with my same old generic braids. I have a tutorial if you're interested. I also have some saran wrap. I'm going to be using that just to protect my hair from the glue. I have a dome cap. And then of course the goddess Remi hair that I'm going to be using. That link will be down below. Some scissors and some glue. So just showing you the mesh dome cap. It is really stretchy and see-through, and I'm just trying it on right here just to kind of make sure that it fits my head properly. It's not too tight or too loose. So this was kind of trial and error. I usually use a shower cap when I'm making my wigs, but I saw a tutorial and the lady was using saran wrap, and I figured that may fit better to the head, so I decided to try that today. The shower caps just kind of like buckle or like roll up on your head. They're a little bit too loose and they kind of just move around, but the saran wrap actually works out perfectly. So let me know if you try it. And here I'm just basically tucking everything down, just making sure that my hair is protected. And then right over the top of that, I'm gonna go ahead and put my dome mesh cap right on top, just making sure that you know, it's not actually touching my scalp. I just want it to sit like right a little bit above that saran wrap. So the hair that I'm going to be using is Sensational Remi. I believe this is the Goddess Select, yes, 12-inch color 1B. So this is the hair I'm using. Just unraveling it. It does come like separated into two. So for the most part, I think I used about 1.5 packs of hair. So just starting at the very nape of my neck, I'm just kind of measuring out from right behind my ear up. And then I took my glue, of course, and just kind of went along the track, making sure not to get any of the glue on the hair, and then just kind of let it dry, maybe 5 seconds. A lot of people will use like a blow dryer just to kind of speed up the process. I was already hot enough, so I opted out of doing that. And so you pretty much just want to use your fingertips to press down, especially on the ends, to make sure that they do not lift up. I'm just showing you that process all over again, how I measure out the hair. Go ahead and cut that, and then of course add the glue to the tracks and just put it right back in about the same spot that I measured it in. And I pretty much just continue this all the way up my head, maybe up towards my temples, continuing to press the hair down really, really tight. Like I said, you can use a blow dryer. It would kind of speed up the process for waiting for it to dry, but I was in no rush at all. So, and I do kind of curve the tracks as I go upward, but you guys should be familiar with that just based off of the other wigs that I have made. Here I'm just showing you the parting and how much space I leave in between every single track, and that's because I don't want this hair to be extremely thick, but I do want it to be full, but you'll see that. And then finally getting into the bang area, I'm just finally connecting each piece and then taking the tracks and just kind of following it in a circle going around my head. So at this point you should kind of be guesstimating where you want your closure to lay. In my case, I kind of set it back a little bit further than I would normally do it, and that was just because of, you know, where the wig was placed. So now that I've pretty much gotten as far up to the top as I was still able to see, you should be left with like a little circle. You can see this hair looks really, really nice and natural. It kind of mimics like maybe relaxed or even natural hair straightened out. And so when you're ready, when you're comfortable and you feel like the hair has dried quite a bit, you want to go ahead and just pull off your wig. And if you've done this correctly, the saran wrap should not move and your wig should not be stuck to the cap at all. So I'm just going to take it off and pretty much use that same saran cap that I used on my own head, put it on top of Roxy, my little styrofoam mannequin head, and then just close off the top of the wig. So using that same like circular motion, I continue the tracks all the way around in a circle. Usually when I'm doing like a full weave, whether it's quick weaves or sew-ins, I usually just continue to sew around in a circle until I can no longer sew. But in this case, I did not do that. I went ahead and made a closure, but I'll show you that. And that's just because it's kind of hard to actually show you on camera, like, you know, how detailed it is once you start to continue to sew in a circle. So for the sake of the video, I did go ahead and create a closure. And here I'm just using a leftover piece of the track. I'm just gonna roll it up as tightly as possible and then kind of make sure it fits into like the little circle that I have left, and that's gonna be the perfect closure, like the perfect size closure. So once you're comfortable, you want to go ahead and cut that, add some glue, allow it to dry just to get kind of tacky. So not completely dry, but you'll notice the color change. And once the glue is about 50% dry, you want to go ahead and start to roll it. You want to roll this really, really tight, so take your time. I did this slowly just to kind of show you like in a detailed way of how I'm rolling this. Don't mind the glue, of course it'll come off your hands, but yeah, just roll this really, really tight and slowly so that the glue is not getting all over the hair. So once you have it rolled up, this is what it should look like. Everything should be really, really flat and even, so you can kind of use your fingers to push that down, like closer, pull the tracks closer. And once you're comfortable, you just want to make sure that it still fits and everything looks good. Then you're going to separate the hair, try to find the middle. Everything won't be exactly lined up, but you want to do your best just to find the middle of the circle. And then from there, you want to take a really hot like flat iron and just kind of press the hair in between that. And that's going to pretty much flatten out the closure for you. And here I'm just using my Fahrenheit flat iron. I think I got this like at Marshall's for like $50. And it's set to 450 degrees. It does not have to be that high, but... And so as you can see, the hair is like extremely flat now. So your closure should pretty much look very similar to this. Once you look at the middle, that's just the glue. Of course, it's kind of melted, but on camera, it's a little bit shinier than it appeared in person. And you just want to pop that right into that hole. So add a little bit of glue and you should be good. And you just want to make sure that that is like really, really tacked down. So I did go ahead and use my flat iron to kind of just add a little bit of heat to speed up that little gluing or the drying process of the glue. So this is pretty much it. Everything lays extremely flat, and you should be all ready to like style the hair. So this is what the wig looks like. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it back on my head. I did not add any like elastic bands, any combs, nothing, because the dome cap is already like spandex and stretchy. So I'm just parting my hair from the sides of my ear and putting all of that leftover hair back in a ponytail. If you guys have seen any of my other like blunt bob videos, then you know this is kind of how I prepare for my bobs. So starting at the very top of my head, I'm going in kind of like a triangle motion, just to kind of section out my bang area. And then other than that, I'm just going to clip the two sides up and out of the way. So I'm just going to comb through the hair just to make sure everything is nice and smooth. So what I'm going to be doing is holding the hair just kind of straight across, kind of gauging where I want my bangs. Do I want them high? Do I want them low? And then from there, I'm going to be turning my hand in like a 90-degree angle and then switch hands and continue that same motion all the way over. What this does is once you cut it across, it kind of creates this like fringe, so it makes it a little bit easier to just kind of get that nice flow of a bang, but you'll see. And if you want a more detailed video, I'll definitely be doing one specifically just on bangs, so definitely let me know. See, made it all easy, and all you have to do is kind of clean it up if you aren't happy with the length, but everything looks fine to me. And so from there, I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting my bob. I'm just kind of gauging where I want my bob to lay. Of course, I put it all in a ponytail and just kind of scoop the ponytail holder down or as high up as I want my bob to sit. And then from there, I just cut straight across. And my scissors were actually kind of, well, my shears, they were actually kind of, you know, kind of dull. So they didn't need to be sharpened, but everything still turned out fine. I didn't have to clean it up too much. So just to finish up this front part, I went ahead and just kind of matched everything up with the back, just kind of in a diagonal motion. Nothing was too sharp, nothing was too crisp. Just kind of going for like a fringe look, so a very blunt fringe. And I'm just taking my scissors, just kind of cleaning everything up as usual. And then I just kind of went through the hair and just kind of created some like soft layers in it, just to kind of give it a little bit more body and kind of volume when I get ready to like bump the hair. And I went ahead and did that on both sides. That's pretty much it for the cut. As you can see, everything's nice and like bouncy and flowy, so all I have to do is pretty much just bump it with my flat iron. So I'm just roughly gonna go through the hair with my FHI 2-inch flat iron. I think I have this on like 450. I always have my flat irons on 450. But yeah, so just go through and bump the hair. And I wasn't going for like anything too uniformed. I just kind of wanted something that would look more like on the natural side if I was to like kind of cut my own hair. So that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave any comments or questions down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.